nice and slow, and we bring it back.
So here we are, 19 days out, just finished a wee gentle jog on the Burntide Beach, 4.5 kilometres. Feeling quite fit, feeling very fit actually. So now we're going to head to BOXIQ, head to the gym to do some training, and then we've got some media commitments later. I've already got a few things in my head.
Perfect.
So
we'll start in like 5 minutes?
Yeah,
The
sure.
guys, he's just almost
Setting up, yeah, no problem. I'm going to ignore all the questions that you have written on the sheet, I'm just going to talk.
You menace.
Yeah, well, it's the problem with being so articulate, you see Diego, you know?
Wow.
My name is Michael Roos. I'm originally from the west coast of Scotland. I run a construction dispute consultancy in Dubai, and I have done that for around 4 years. Ingrained in our culture is probably an unhealthy relationship with alcohol. So, for example, to celebrate, we will go home and have a few drinks. If we've had a bad day, we'll go home and have a few drinks. Scotland is, I don't know, littered with people who have never fulfilled their potential in anything, because society teaches us that that's how we celebrate, or that's how we numb the pain of something. When I was younger, I had a bit of sporting prowess, or potential rather. So my father was a professional footballer. My grandfather was a professional rugby player and a good amateur boxer. My younger cousin, he also was a Celtic youth player. So we come from, I don't know, sporting stock, shall we say. But I think none of us have really fulfilled our potential in that respect. For example, I played county level football, golf and rugby, and you know, when you get to that level you should really show an element of discipline, which I lacked, I think. For example, if I was playing golf at 8 AM the next day in an important match or an important competition, I would be out till 4 o'clock in the morning with my friends, you know. Even if you were to do, I don't know, 3-4 days before, you have to commit yourself to your craft. And as I was younger, or when I was young, I didn't ever do that. I started boxing in January 2021, just for a bit of fitness. Well, I tell a lie. Somebody asked me what my purpose was, or what I wanted to do, what my goal was. And in my head, I said I wanted to have a fight, but I didn't, or I wanted to be an active fighter, but I didn't actually verbalise that to anyone at the start. Before you know it, the discipline that the boxing gave me was something that I had always missed. I'd never had the discipline, because if you have to get into a ring with another human being who has also trained as hard as you for the last 10-12 weeks, and his goal was to beat you, that has to instill some sort of discipline within you. Because if I have a cake, you know, then if I eat that cake, I might miss weight, or I might not perform on the night. And it was all about mental focus, mental discipline. With boxing, or any combat sport actually, it is something that no other sport gives you. I don't think, at least. But I'm oddly enough quite enjoying staring at Instagram posts of food porn, you know, which is weird.
It is a little weird.
Yeah. I'm going to say, oh yeah, I'm going to have that. I'm going to have that after on the 17th. I'm going to have that on the 17th, you know. So,
Which are you looking forward to more, the fight or the food afterwards?
bit of both actually. Coffee, trying to be waking up now, Diego, you know?
There we go. There's the vlog.
Yeah!
There's the vlog.
Feeling a bit tired today, actually. Feel fatigued. Wonder why that is. Felt quite low. I had loads of energy yesterday. Now I feel like it's time to go back to bed. We've talked before about being comfortable, being uncomfortable, which is an oxymoron. You can't be comfortable being uncomfortable. You have to be used to being uncomfortable. Part of me, you know, sitting in this ice bath is uncomfortable. Talking on the camera, things used to make me uncomfortable, and now they don't make me uncomfortable. Because I am constantly doing things that make me uncomfortable. Getting in a ring in front of thousands of people makes me uncomfortable. And if you can do that, you can achieve anything. You can accomplish anything you want. So yes, going back to the problem, or going back to the boxing is a conduit to making me uncomfortable so that I get used to becoming uncomfortable for my later life. There you go.
Wow. That's what I was looking for.
Thank you, brother. Yeah. What do you think about the law of attraction? I think there is an element of it that is actually legitimate. Conor McGregor has said so many things about his bouts that just, you know, there's that one where we beat Jose Aldo in 13 seconds or whatever it was, and he said he was going to he can see Jose Aldo getting or he just wanted to throw that right hand all the time and it was going to get him into trouble. He was going to slip and hit him, and sure enough he did it. He even practiced the shot that he was going to knock him out with in the when he was warming up, and sure enough it was immediate. You know, 13 seconds into the bout it happened. I don't necessarily believe that just because you are manifesting, for lack of a better word, then something is going to become true. But I do think that you can make yourself more comfortable in uncomfortable situations by feeling them in your own head. You're experiencing them in your own head. Well, the day after the fight, it's like, I've obviously had boxing matches before, and you have like the build up and the build up and the build up, and then you've got the crescendo, as it were, and then what?
Wow.
You know, exactly. Then what? What do you feel? I'm interested as to how I'm going to feel after, because right now this first professional bout is my crescendo, and then I'm going to have to set another goal of some description
Do you think that life is always like that? That no matter what you pursue in life, there's always just going to be another thing to do? Does it not like scare you a little bit? Or worry you?
Well, no, because people always say, you always say, we're talking about a destination.
Yeah.
The destination is not the goal, you know. Who is it? I think it was Chris Williamson said, in retrospect, the struggle is what's most beautiful, and that's correct.